It's Dad. Bad news. Your uncle took his own life. Oh. Well, shit. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Funny Pizza Pasta Man, sometimes funny, playing more of You Broke Me. We're going to finish this. And yes, this is a pre record. And the reason we're doing a pre record is because I don't know if this is a good live game. But I want to thank Kevin, who emailed me, who made this, for complimenting a little bit of my playthrough. I tried to have some restraint last time. And, I also tried to find some stuff that was funny. Like, I like a little bit of funny in my games. But, Kevin even worked on my house.wad a little bit. Or maybe a lot of it, I'm not sure. But this is a different thing. It can be really easy to compare games and say, hey, Vinny, this is the next My House, but this is clearly very different. And it's a lot more, it's a lot more heavy. Which is why I think pre-record is probably a good move. And I asked the developer, I said, Devin, should I continue playing? Was I too much of a clown fuckface jester? And he said that, go for it, basically. Also, Dev, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But I do want to see this through. I feel like this is worthy. And the dev said there's more technical flexes up ahead. Oddly enough, there was there was an email saying, Vinny, my friend made this game, and they don't want you to continue playing it. And that was not correct, because that was actually a lie. So, sorry, other person who emailed me, for, I can't abide by that. But you're right, I haven't been there for you as a friend. The discussion that I won't have too much of, because it's really not worth it, honestly. It's just too stressful to even go into detail. It's not worth it. But for a moment, I'll say that, can the Pizza Pasta Man play a serious game? And yes, I have before, and I like doing so, and I like discussing a serious work of art. Some may not consider this that. That's okay. And if you've listened to some of my music, I have attempted on several occasions to write something on a more serious level. And I'm definitely down for something like this, but I have to kind of go in with the right expectations. So I don't I don't think that happened last time. However, the dev told me that the piss bottles were definitely intentional. And I can confirm it was not over a Discord ban. Good running gag, but false. I'm stretched thin, I can't handle all of this. I like the purple and the blue, both. Pretty cool. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously this is a pretty serious thing. I've had a couple people email me say they appreciated me playing it as well, which is nice, so I'm glad. And there are some topics that, again, I've been either in my own way, I've had some experience with, or friends of mine have as well. Between Roach, Bill's work, and my own mental health, I just don't have room for your problems, too. That is a real thing that happens to me too sometimes. Especially like at this point in my life, if I have too many tasks, I shut down and I have to like take some time to for myself and then eventually get to them. Unfortunately, there are times and this is me, I don't mean to make it all about me, but it is just my way of relating to the material here. In my own life, there have been plenty of times where people have seen me as a relief or a help in their life, whether or not we've had any kind of light friendship or working relationship or whatever. Or maybe it's people I don't know. And sometimes it can be difficult to turn people down. When they see you as like someone that can help them. But the way I've described it in the past when I've received that kind of thing, and I know a lot of other streamers and YouTubers get this too. I've had conversations about it. It's like, I'm not a licensed professional. And I think there's a decent chance that my advice would only make things worse. You know, you try your best to just kind of be empathetic, but I don't think any one human was meant to have that many other humans, like, try to get mental health help out of them. But I understand, it's, you know, it's one of them things we all go through. I think there is some argument to be made about vent art, but I think a lot of popular songs over the past however many years have been vent art. I think in this case it's nice, you know, the dev seems to be censoring names, or at least putting up different names. Hell, I know one particular massively famous person that I think, I would imagine there's more, probably several people like this, but this person, I would imagine most of their career is just vent art. But what's interesting is doing it, and I don't mean to be dismissive of the medium, but like doing it in a video game is a more unique concept. Though I would imagine, you know, maybe even some of the games that we grew up with, some of the more AAA gaming, it's gotta come from someplace, even if it's not explicit. Door may not open for a while, or ever again. Oh, shit. Well, time to do some mushrooms. Oh, that's literally what's happening. Oh, fuck. Hey, when in doubt. That's pretty hilarious. And there's actually some clinical studies about microdosing and all that. I don't know how I feel about it, but my cries for help only made things worse. I was desperate for an easy way out. I was desperate for something to change. I was desperate for a life-changing experience. I was desperate to feel something, again, memorable. I was desperate to forever fix myself. but I was given what I needed instead. Psychedelic rainbow colors. Machine elves. What do we have here? Let me get a good look at you. Oof, 1 health. 1 second, please. Just want to make the game a little bit louder if I can. There's some good ambience. Goodness, no wonder you're here. Your soul feels shattered. Your spirit feels irredeemable. I was gonna do a funny, but it's not that funny. I mentioned how the word shat is in shattered. It's funny, right? Your heart feels used and replaced. I deal with a lot through humor, even if it's not funny to anyone but me. You were hurt by those you trusted. Yeah. Yeah, humor is very important for me, and I know many others, especially even dark humor, but it depends. For like, I find a lot of the things that happen that are really heavy and dark and odd, and you just have to accept them. For me, I almost find it like a big joke. You know what I mean? A big fucking joke. Broke the bonds of your friends. Oh man. I guess up here first. The dev gave me a move speed option if I wanted to speed this up a little bit. We'll see. Hurts so much. That is why you fear it. I also asked the dev if they were doing all right lately, and they said that they were in a way better place and that this game helped. That's pretty powerful. And that's really fucking cool. You're hoping I can fix you. I think making something and interestingly, you would think, well, maybe this isn't meant for fuckface streamers to play, right? The dev and the dev's friends actually emailed me to play it. Duck. Oh, that was a sad duck. I like the idea that instead of bed rotting or becoming bitter and miserable, that one would create. And that creation can kind of help them get through it. I think that's one of the best things about being a human. And that's what art, I feel, is partially. And it's also, it might not work for everybody. It's very subjective. It's like you laugh, you lose. Not everyone has the same sense of humor. Will deconstruct your mind. But it can help. I'll lay everything out before you. I want to show you that you can be loved still. Remember, the love of a frog is eternal. I want to show you that people can still care about you. Show you that you still have friends. Again, it's not unfamiliar. And show you where you're flawed. Definitely not unfamiliar. But I cannot and will not fix you. Is this the mushrooms talking? I think so. There is still art to create. Cool tiny train. There are still burgers to be consumed. Oh shit, a hot dog and Doom? Pretty sick. There is still love to give. I'll be putting you on a better path. But you'll still have to figure the rest out yourself. And I can't tell you how long that will take. On full volume, because the music here is cool. You could probably barely hear it. Yeah, you can get your direction, but you gotta put the steps in. You gotta put one foot in front of the other, don't you? Ah, yes, my favorite. Doom food. This is cool, though. I mean, I do like, even if you take away some of the dialogue, so this was just a pure walking simulator, which, I'll be honest, I tend to prefer. Which is one of the reasons I had a little bit extra to say about this early on. Sometimes I like less dialogue. I like to do the thinking in my own head. But that's not up to me. That's up to the person that makes the thing. But even if there were no dialogue, I feel like there would still be a really strong feeling from some of these environments. I hope I'm going the right way. You know what? I'm gonna do the thing. I underscore time scale 2. Oh, there it is. There's the house. Okay, I can set that back to 1. It's just the walk speed. I feel like that's one of the things that I was kind of bitching about last time. It's weird. I don't really know why I'm like this, but it's weird that some of my favorite games are... are RPGs from back in the day that are very wordy, and yet when there is a game that is particularly, like, dialogue heavy, I can freak out a little bit. Huh. We're not quite there yet. Whoa. You're not quite ready to hear the truth I want to share with you because first I must show you the truth you need to hear. At the top of the tower, you will confront the core of who you are and the demon that blights your soul. Then I'll share with you the truth that'll guide your heart. The universe will love you if you love it back. Don't get me wrong, I like games with a lot of good, interesting dialogue, but I can, for a walking simulator and for certain genres, I can freak out if it's too much. Or if it's, like, front-loaded. You know, I need, like, a little bit of time to get into the game world before I am immediately, before I'm like, hooked and want to learn more. There's a game I played on stream years ago. I'm sure this could apply to several games, but it's just, it was like, it kept going. The game had just started. You walk 20 steps, immediately dialogue. You know, and to my own fault, one of the things I do is read the dialogue out loud, which can make me a little bit reticent. I could get a little bit shitty about that if it's just not paced well enough. So I don't mean to shit on people's work, but sometimes it's just not what I want. It's not what I want to see in a stream. I just want to feel the game. I want to immerse myself in it. And don't get me wrong, this does a pretty good job at that. I would say this is mostly immersion and environment and ambience as opposed to dialogue and, you know, text. But it's more than my house, that's for sure. And now I'm doing the comparison. Darn it. So there's gonna be a demon up here. There's a lot of steps. But it does take a lot of steps to get yourself fixed. Not even fixed, but just to get back on the right path, or a path, doesn't it? It just takes a lot of time. I get it. I understand. I'm not just the pizza pasta spin man. I'm smart. I can interpret complex imagery. Okay, I hear the demon. Now I'm going to lower it. And I'm going to timescale. Cool. Feed me. What? Feed me, I'm starving. What are you? I am you. I don't understand. I am why you crave attention. I am why you can never get enough. I am why you self-destruct when I don't get what I want. Mr. Self-Destruct? Am I trying to blame something else for my problems? I am you. I want attention, I want affection, I want power, I want admiration, and unquestioned companionship. I will take you and drown you in hate and anger and sorrow if I do not get it. And I will take away everyone you love. Feed me. This can't be real. It's just a hallucination. Gall of the mortal that came here. What does it matter if I'm real? What does it matter if I'm a product of your drug-addled brain right now? You asked for this. You wanted this. You came to this realm to find answers. Here they are. Feed me. Why do I have to repeat myself? Feed me. Attention, admiration, accolades, affection, adoration, affirmation. You cannot ignore me. No. What did you just say to me? I'm starving. You're ignoring me. I'm going to starve and I will make you miserable. I will not let you define who I am. Feed me, you worthless excuse of a human being. No, I will persist. No. I will persist. Cool song. Sounded like the mollusk for a second. I don't know how to explain it. Can't give up here. I'm so calmly aware of who I am. I've never felt so at peace. I've never felt so content. I feel powerful. I must persist. You will persist. Oh wait, I watched The Fablemans. Hang on. There we go. This is the day the Doom Dark Ages DLC comes out too, and I'm playing this instead. You won't give up now. You don't need to explain it. You know who you are. You will always know this peace. You cannot settle for wanting to be a good person. You must always strive to be better. You must persist. You will persist. That is very interesting. Why are we jiggling? We're jiggling. This is it. You're on the precipice of what you need. It's beautifully scary, blissfully anxiety-inducing, and you welcome the flood of raw emotional truth because this is what you've been seeking for as long as you can remember. You feel as though, for the first time in your life, you have permission to be sad. You have permission to cry, and so you do. You shed oceans of tears as you feel universal love flow through your mind, the shapes, the colors, the sounds, all being connected to everyone and everything. And the central truth of it all, love, you understand what that means. You understand what it all means in the universe of things. However, you're here for a more personal mission, a mission of self-change. You can smell the ambrosia. Time to face your demons. I hope I get a double shotgun. As I was reading that, I thought, well, I guess there's a lesson here. And I'm trying to figure out what that is, but I think I got it now. Mushroom. Maybe a couple other things too, but just mostly mushroom. Oh, hell yeah. The psychedelic chainsaw and shotgun. That's really cool. I think that's not glitching, but sound. Like sound waves. Oh, that's fucking awesome! This is fucking cool as hell. Wow. Yeah. No, I'm glad I decided to play this again, even if it is without a live audience. That and the dev was like, there's only about 40 minutes left or so. So I was like, I don't know if this is a live thing for several reasons. Also, this is a good, you know what? It's better to just kind of be left to my own thoughts when playing something like this. I'm gonna be real. Music is actually fucking awesome. I'm not entirely unconvinced that the the point of this was psychedelic mushrooms be good for you. I'm joking, kids, don't do that. But there are clinical studies. Fuck yeah. Now this should be the next YouTuber movie. I'll do it, and then I'll get it wrong entirely and, like, just make a movie about a Discord band. That didn't happen. I'll be the next Kane Parsons. This streamer made a movie and he's only 41 years old. Practically a baby. Practically a toddler. Oh, that's so fucking cool. What's going on? Whoa! Holy shit! Programming wizard. Yeah, I think making shit like this is like a great way. I mean, it could either be an escape or just a way to keep yourself busy. I mean, maybe, I guess that's both. But yeah, obviously developer is very, very fucking talented. I wonder if the bitrate is absolutely destroyed on YouTube right now. Maybe just clean up. I'm not sure if there's another wave. Very Radiohead drum sound. Even style, like Phil Selway. Guy who only knows Radiohead would say that. Oh yeah, there's... Okay, yeah, bitrate is absolutely pulped. Take my word for it. This is cool as hell without YouTube compression. The shotgun has infinite range. If it does, I could just, like, shoot into the distance. I'm sorry, Dev, but you're gonna have to do a lot of convincing to make me believe that this isn't all something that happened during a psychedelic trip. we go. Just keeps going. It really just keeps going. I mean, it's cool though, because the music is awesome. At least chat can enjoy that. Or whoa, 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 whoa! Holy shit! How do I get some universe unfolding? I need to find out where I can get some of that. I think we did it. I mean, I for one am glad that the mushrooms worked out. I'm making assumptions. Maybe that's the new Discord ban of this video, and it's not actually a thing at all. There was a mushroom though. There was. I know another guy that in a video game that takes mushroom. Even without mushroom though, the fact that the dev was able to make that happen. And pull themselves up and out of it is really inspiring, and using their art to do so. So one thing, well, two things. One, I love that message. This was not for you. Incredible. Oh yeah, I know it's "Wish You Were Here." One of my favorite songs of all time. Hearing it in the Doom sound font is wild. So you think you can tell? Why does it sound so damn good? Wish Mid. Original composition by Pink Floyd. Also, these are some great tracks. This has been, the music has been fantastic all the way through. How I wish you were here. That's how they sing it. They don't. I don't think this message is for me either, but it's here, so it's for all of us. Maybe this is a good thing. Well, now, developer, Kev, there's a number of people out there who have shared. And maybe this is going to help someone, I don't know. Maybe this is one of those things that someone checks out on their own time, maybe watches this, and I don't know, they're going through a tough time and it helps them process and create, or the way I view it is it's kind of a way to dispel a particular time period or thing. The songs are that for me. I'm not a developer, but songs are a way to just put a thing in a place. It's like writing it in a notebook and then closing the book and burning it. Which is then wild to perform a thing like that in front of a certain amount of people. At MagFest, it was like about 12 to 1,500. So that's interesting. Stuff that I wrote for myself. And then, you know, you don't really think about other people while you're writing it. And then there it is. I guess it's the same here. You know, now all the Full Sauce viewers that have clicked this have watched it. And my medium isn't Doom, it's guitar. It's time to move on. Well, that was really great. And for anyone who gave this a serious chance, I want you to know I appreciate it. I know a lot of what I do with Vinesauce is to, you know, have a bit of an escape. It's to have a laugh. And to, you know, everything is fucking serious right now. And everything is crazy. And there are people who engage in all sorts of very difficult and heavy topics daily for a hobby. And I don't, you know, I'm not one to judge, but also I don't know how healthy that is for everyone. So I'm glad, on a personal note, I'm glad you're all here watching my videos, because most of these are just, you know, we have a laugh and play a game, talk about some, generally, unless it's the Sony news about their damn physical media, generally it's a positive thing. And this has been the streaming for me, again, to make this about me, I'm sorry, is to, you know, it helps me too. Streaming has been a huge help in my own life in getting, I don't know, some enjoyment to share stuff that I love with other people, and to, you know, have an audience to be an asshole and a clown too. Hasn't always been healthy, hasn't always been perfect, I haven't either, but generally this has been probably the best thing that's happened in my life, in, you know, when I think about all of the positives. And this is, I'm recording this a couple weeks before I go on my first tour, and we just sold out all the venues. That's crazy, you know, for my passion project, which is my music. So, you know, and that stuff is weird. So many artists have done that, where it's like, here's this really personal stuff. Some of it isn't. I mean, Garbage Land isn't. But then, you know, you get to play it in front of people, and it becomes a different thing. It's so weird. So I would imagine it's similar for this, and maybe even similar for the audience looking in at this. But it's just a really cool thing to see this much energy and effort put into steps to, keep you occupied, developer, and also to help dispel some of that and learn from it and put what you went through into a piece of art. I think it's great. But bro, why'd you get banned from Discord? What the hell happened? Were you drinking piss? Seriously, dog. Like, I don't know. How hard is it to just not get banned from a Discord server? Uh, anyway, hey, no, seriously. Thank you all for watching. Developer, thank you for giving me another chance at playing this and saying that you were interested in me checking it out again. That's really cool. That when I saw that, I was very happy because it meant I didn't botch completely the first part. And for those that don't like the overly serious stuff, yeah, I mean, no worries. There's still 99% of my channel is going to be for the laughs and for the fun of it. So we'll do more of that in the future, I'm sure. Chat, last thing is this. If you know of any cool stuff like this that's a little bit more serious, just give me a heads up first. Like, I knew I was going to play something kind of serious, but I didn't know, you got to give me more of a heads up, I think. That's okay, though. It's just helpful for me to, calibrate my assholeometer. All right, everybody, thank you. I hope you all aren't broke. And, if you are, I have a really great way to make a couple bucks. All right, first of all, what you need to do is generate a monkey. All right, goodbye.